Hey everyone, today I want to talk about something that used to drive me crazy every time I tried to work on a project that needed serious power in a tiny space. You know that moment when you're trying to run multiple apps, edit videos, or even just keep a dozen browser tabs open, and your little laptop starts wheezing like it's about to take off? Yeah, that's the exact frustration I had before I found this Beelink SER9 Max Mini PC. It's like someone took a full desktop and shrunk it down to the size of a paperback book without cutting corners. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what makes this mini PC different? First off, the heart of it is an AMD Ryzen 7 H255 processor that can hit up to 4.9 GHz. That's not some weak little chip you'd find in a budget machine, it's the real deal. I've had it running video editing software, a bunch of Chrome tabs with heavy extensions, and even a couple of virtual machines all at once, and it barely breaks a sweat. It's the kind of power you'd expect from a tower, but here it's all tucked into something that fits in your palm. Now, storage is another big win. This thing comes with a whopping 64 GB of DDR5 RAM and a 1 TB NVMe PCIe 4.0 SSD. I've never had to worry about running out of space or slowing down because of memory. I've got all my project files, photos, and even a few games on there, and it's still got room to spare. Plus, the SSD is lightning fast, so booting up and loading files is almost instant. It's the kind of setup that makes you forget you're even using a mini PC. One of the things I love most about this thing is how versatile it is. It supports triple 4K displays, which is perfect if you're someone who needs to multitask across multiple screens. I've got mine hooked up to 3 monitors at work, and it handles everything flawlessly. Whether you're editing videos, managing spreadsheets, or just binge-watching your favorite shows, the visuals are crisp and smooth. Plus, it's got Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2, so connecting to peripherals or streaming over your network is a breeze. Another cool feature is Wake on LAN. I can turn this thing on remotely from my phone if I need to access files or run a program while I'm not even in the room. It's saved me more times than I can count when I forgot to save something important or needed to pull up a document last minute. And it runs Windows 11 Pro out of the box, so you're not stuck with some stripped-down version of an operating system. Everything feels familiar and works right out of the box. I've also been really impressed with how quiet it is. Mini PCs can sometimes sound like a jet engine when they're working hard, but this one stays cool and quiet even under heavy loads. I've got it sitting right next to me on my desk, and I barely even notice it's there. That's a big deal if you're trying to keep your workspace peaceful. Now, no product is perfect, so let me give it to you straight. The only real downside I've found is that it doesn't come with a ton of ports out of the box. You'll probably need a dongle or adapter if you're used to having a bunch of USB-A ports or an SD card reader. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to keep in mind if you're someone who relies on a lot of legacy connections. Also, while it's powerful, it's not going to replace a high-end gaming rig if you're looking to play the latest AAA titles at max settings. It'll handle most games just fine, but don't expect 4K 120 frames per second on everything. All in all, the Beelink SER9 Max is a fantastic mini PC that punches way above its weight. It's powerful, quiet, and versatile enough to handle just about anything you throw at it. Whether you're a creator, a multitasker, or just someone who wants a reliable desktop without taking up a ton of space, this thing is worth checking out. If you're curious, the link is below.